So if you're watching this video and these like 2 weeks or 3 weeks to your exam, like you, I can't really help you. This video is mainly for those that are like starting a semester out. I pray that anybody watching this video will genuinely get what they want to do and like accomplish the goal that they are working towards in Jesus' name. So basically, this won't be like any other. Okay, before I go forward, Okoye David, a 200 level nursing student. I'm from the best university in Nigeria, Nnamdi Azikiwe University. Yeah, it's going to be divided into four aspects. The first one will be talking about your mindset. The second one will be talking about your personal effort. The third one is the strategy, and the last one is a bonus point. Talk about your mindset. Things you have to acknowledge when you are talking about your mindset. Like I'll kind of be looking down because I'm reading off your notes so that this video will be like short and all. Yeah. So like when you talk about your mindset, you have to understand three things. The first thing is wherever you are now, like in your academics, is your fault. Like no matter the level you are, whether you're doing very well, you're doing excellently, you're doing poorly, bruh, is your fault. You have to take accountability. You have to tell yourself the truth that you're the one in charge, is your fault, it's solely on you. Second thing you have to take notes there is, bruh, you're not that smart. Like I know that
man
sounds
pikin.
like
Hey,
hard, but you actually watch this video in like some maybe years from now and you get what I'm saying. I don't know if you've ever like learned and you're like, wow, you're like amazed at how much you didn't know. Because this is how school is. Like the higher you go and the more open you are, the more you realize that you have to learn. As harsh as that sounds, but I want you to keep that in mind. You're not that smart, but you can actually get smarter. Then the third thing there is that like life is transient. That's life is in stages. So why am I telling you that life is in stages? Like what do you have to like well how does it affect you? The reason is cause if you're watching this video, like you're probably a student and you're in university. So just know that in the next 5 or maybe less than 5 years you'll be out of there. So that's the phase of your life. So you want to utilize that time efficiently. So when you talk about your mindset, that's what I want us to focus on. Because like for you to bring about a change, if you read the title of the video, I didn't just put the title there, I was actually deliberate. So that's all for mindset. So the second thing we'll be looking into is your personal efforts. Because when you talk about the personal efforts, it's divided into three. Your personal efforts is basically those things that you have to do. Like if you're watching this video, this particular aspect is probably the most important. So listen carefully. So when you talk about personal efforts, these are things that you yourself have to do. I can't help you with. So the first thing there is you have to understand that okay, before I go further, I know many of you must have heard of this quote, but this is how it goes. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with people. Have you ever heard of someone like saying that medical school is difficult? Like they are not capping. Like medical school can be difficult, but when you have a group of people, not a cult, like when you have a group of like-minded individuals around you, it will actually go a long way. So let's say you're watching this video and definitely in your department There are people that are way, way, way more like smarter than you. Or you don't really need those that are like at the top, the smartest. You just need someone that is a bit smarter than you are. Just all you have to do is try to get closer to the person, and don't do this like in a weird way. You don't just have to weird. Like what you can do is actually start putting in effort, and then you can move over to the person for like assistance. Let's say you're reading this, or you're like, bro, please, how are you going about this course? Do you get, like, I don't really get this, like, how are you going about? So definitely the person will actually want to explain it to you, because anybody that is like very smart understands this one concept. The more you teach somebody, the more it's ingrained, if that makes sense. So this is one of the first things that you ought to do. So another thing you have to do for yourself is invest in your academics. So what does it mean? See, serious business now. Your academics is like, if you're watching this video, I want to believe that you take your academics very, very serious. So when I say you should invest in your academics, what I mean is you can go online. There are a lot of courses on learning. There are a lot of courses on learning efficiently, how to learn better, how to memorize better. Next point we'll be looking at is the GS squared approach. Yeah, the GS squared approach. This is not some weird mathematical formula, bruh. Just calm down. Let me break it down. So when you talk about the GS squared, the first letter there stands for the goal. So what's the goal? The goal is a desired outcome. In this scenario, if you're still watching now, that's to get a high GPA, grade point. Then the second S there is what we call, the first S rather is what we call strategy. What's the strategy? The strategy is the how. How can I get to that desired goal? These are steps that you have to take. Let's say in this scenario, how will I have to study? How much do I have to study? How long do I have to study? That's the strategy. And then the system, this is where it gets tricky. The system is what differentiates, is the difference maker. Because of how important it is, I will be reading out from my phone. So the system is the repeated process or structures you watching this video will have to set up to make progress automatic and consistent. That's repeated processes and structures that you will have to set up to make progress consistent and automatic. So the system is what you will have to do daily, no excuse. If there are 7 days of the week, 4, not less than 4, should be dedicated to. That's habits. That's habits are like things that you repeat, you keep on doing. That's why they say they are repeated processes. In this scenario, you can dedicate at least 2, not less than 2. 2 is like the base form, because in uni, the least subject you can study in a particular level, in a particular semester, is like 9. 9. Currently, we are studying 15 courses in a semester. So you have to have like a study routine whereby you're not just saying, okay, I'm studying for 2 hours, bruh. Those, let's say you follow the first one, you know your goal, then this is like the application of this method. You already know your goal, then you have said that, okay, I want to study for 3 hours daily. That's out of the 7 days of the week, 4 days of the week. The reason why I'm saying 4 is when you're starting out, you don't want to overwhelm yourself. So let's give yourself the benefits of the doubt. let's say out of those 7 days of the week, 4 days of the week should be dedicated, at least 3 hours from those 4 days of the week should be dedicated to studying. Then you be specific. Maybe you have Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays as free days. Be more specific. What are hours in those days that you know that you're in control of? That there's nothing that can like happen that will like lead to you losing control. Like for me, I'll use myself as an example. On Sundays, there is full control. There are no lectures. There can never be lectures on Sundays. But have you seen weekdays? I know that anything can happen within 8 till 4. But once it's 5 downwards, you're in control of your time. So a good system will be like from 8 till 10:30 every single day, or every Sunday from 8 to 10:30 every Sunday I will study a particular course. Have to be specific. Then from 5 a.m. to 6:15, that's you have to be specific. I'll have to do past questions on this particular course. So what am I trying to say? The system is what makes the difference, because in the system you're being very, very specific on what you want to do, and you keep on doing it repeatedly. If you decided that it's on Mondays and you have space within so time and so time, I know you must have gotten the concept, but I'm trying to break it down. So that's what a system is. What the main cocoa here is doing it, repeating it, and if you definitely follow this, you will definitely become consistent and make progress. I always like kind of bringing everything that have been said in the video together, right? So the first one we said there is the bruh. The first one we said there is the mindset, right? So work on your mindset. Those 3 things we listed, you're the one who is at fault wherever you are in your academics, and you can make a change. You're not that smart, you can get smarter. The more you know, you don't know. And then there is limited time. Make use of your time in school so that you won't regret. Then the second one, the personal effort. Basically, there are things, these common sense, we should all know. There are things that you have to do on your own. I can't do it for you. This video can't do it for you. No matter how, no matter what I tell you in this video, it basically boils down to studying. That's just it. And reduce your steez and associate with people that are better than you. Yeah, it will help you. The last one there is the GS squared system. You already know your goal. If you have reached this aspect, shows how hungry you are to get to that particular goal. Then your strategy, you have to be specific on how can you get here. Even if it means going for tutorials, go spend that money. If it means going to that friend that you guys don't talk because something happened, but you know the person knows better and can teach you, go. Then the systems, you just have to do this once. You have to be very deliberate, because if you're not deliberate, you will not really make progress. You can make some progress, but for you to get to this particular aspect, you have to have all this in mind. And a bonus point is whatever you're doing, I know we have all heard it, but always invite God. He makes the difference. I've, I'm a living testimony. A lot of us are living testimonies. So yeah, stay safe, stay cheap. Yeah.
I should leave now.
No, no, you can't stay. Because think about it. If you want to know